for joining me. Appreciate it on this beautiful Saturday. I don't know which part of the world you're from right now. Hopefully you're having a wonderful time, enjoying the day or night. Right now it's about 5:15 p.m. Eastern time. But I just want to say again, thank you for everybody. This channel is growing very much. I appreciate it. You know, we have a lot of goals on this channel. Excuse me. So let's get this thing going. So now I want to talk about what's going on in the NBA news lately. Give me a second. My eyes keep watering, y'all. I don't know why. Allergies. So I wanted to talk about what's going on with LeBron James, with LeBron James, specifically LeBron James' son called Bronny James. All right. Supposedly he wants to enter the NBA draft, and I don't know how I feel about that because we all know he had a big scare a few months ago. He had a cardiac arrest. He basically almost died, and they brought him back, and it was a congenital heart disease or condition, and it was fixed. So psychologically, that can have a lot of, and emotionally, that can have a lot of toll. It can make you kind of hesitant. I said that to say because he played for USC this year. He came off the bench, and he averaged 4.8 points. 4.8 points is not anything to what happened if you made up with a 5-year-old. So yeah, so that's the thing. It's like, you know, LeBron James is basically LeBron James, I think, is kind of forcing his son to go out into the NBA draft. I really think so. You know, I really think so. And you know, the question is, is Bronny ready for the NBA? Is LeBron James' son ready for the NBA? I don't think. No, he's not ready for the NBA. He only averaged 4.8 points at USC. Bronny James only averaged 4.8 points in college, and he came off the bench. I think he should spend at least 2 more years in college. But Bronny James, LeBron James' son, wants to go to the NBA, wants to enter the draft. Because LeBron James is going to retire soon. And LeBron James, for years, has been saying that, what's up? I said, what's up? Talking about LeBron James and LeBron James' son. LeBron James' son, Bronny James, wants to enter the NBA, and I don't think he's ready. I really don't think he's ready for the NBA. Well, look, it's my first day at college. About to eat my first meal. Congratulations, Big Smoker. Congratulations, Big Smoker. Yes. College is a great experience, man. It's a great experience. Hopefully you get to enjoy it, and you know, and learn something for sure. But yeah, so Bronny James, do y'all think Bronny James is ready for the NBA? I don't think so. He says LeBron is his uncle. Interesting. But if LeBron James is your uncle, man, you're rich. But yeah, so the NBA is where the big boys play. You know, NBA has a lot of good talent, a lot of professionals, and Bronny James, to me, it just isn't ready for the NBA. I think he needs to spend at least 2 more years in college, and definitely become a starter, because he came off the bench, and USC, his college, wasn't a good team. It just wasn't a good team, you know. But I think he's doing it. Bronny James is going to the NBA draft because of his father. I really think so. Bronny James wants to play with his father. Well, LeBron James wants his son to play with him. All right. So I think it's kind of forcing Bronny James to go out early. Well, what's up, Mexican? What's up, Mexican hand grenade? What's up, man? Going down. That's what's up, man. What's up? Good to see you again. Good to see you again. Talking about LeBron James' son, Bronny James. He wants to enter the NBA draft, which I think is a mistake because once you go pro, you can't go back to playing college ball. Okay, and I don't think he's ready for the NBA right now. He only averaged 4.8 points, and one thing about NBA players, basketball players in general, they have a lot of pride. All right, I guarantee you, if he goes to the NBA, a lot of NBA players are gonna be mad at him because everyone's gonna say he's in the NBA because of his father. So that means that they're gonna go at him hard in the NBA. They're gonna play hard defense on him. They're gonna make it hard for him to score, hard for him to everything. NBA players are gonna go after him, in my opinion, hard. And I don't think Bronny James should have that type of pressure on him. You know, can he play in the NBA? My advice to Bronny James is, if you go to the NBA, focus on playing great defense and focus on developing a nice three-point shot. If you do that, you could be in the NBA for decades if you want. Why? Because most people, especially these days, don't play defense. Most people don't play defense in the NBA these days. So if you play defense and stick out, for example, look at Pat Bev. Look at Pat Beverly, a small guard, like 6'2", I think, right? He's been in the league for over a decade. Why? Because he busts his ass playing defense. That's why, you know. And that's the thing people don't understand. You know, if you're good enough to if you're in the NBA, a lot of guys can score in the NBA. That's for sure. A lot of guys can score, but not too many guys can play great defense. If I could stop you from scoring, man, I'm gonna have a long career in the NBA. So, in my opinion, if I was Bronny James' manager or friend or whatever, I'd say, hey, focus a lot on playing defense. Play a lot of defense. Play lockdown defense. Okay, and I guarantee you, he'll have a spot in the NBA for years. Example, look at Gary Payton Jr. Gary Payton Jr., which is Gary Payton's son, the legend. He plays defense hard. He hustles, and he shoots a three, right? Is he as good offensively as the other NBA players? Not at that level, but guess what? A lot of teams want him because he plays hard defense, and that's the thing people have to understand. Mexican Hegel says, Bronny should stay one more year. Yeah, exactly. He's gonna carry a heavy load, Mexican. You're right. Compared to our dad. Yeah, that's the thing, man. First of all, LeBron James is a specimen. LeBron James is rare. To be that tall, that good, that athletic out of high school, that it's hard to. Not too many guys can beat LeBron James. So the fact that his son, Bronny James, for years has been compared to his dad, is not fair to Bronny James. Exactly. And Bronny James should stay at least one more year in college. Bronny James should stay one more year in college because he averaged only 4 points, y'all. Sorry, he averaged 4.8 points. That's not. I mean, come on. What are we doing here? That's why I said if he goes to the NBA, a lot of NBA players are gonna be resentful against him and gonna go at him hard. A lot of NBA players are purposely gonna go at him hard, just to prove a point. Now, and again, once you go pro, you can't go back to college. So once he goes professional, that's it. Now he's a professional. And I just don't want his career to be cut short. Meaning that I don't want him to be cut, because LeBron James says whoever team gets him, then LeBron James is gonna go to that team. I personally think this. LeBron James is gonna make the Lakers draft his son. That's what I think personally. LeBron James is a shrewd operator, as you say. Very smart guy, very arrogant guy, and I think he's gonna sweet talk the owners of the Jeannie Buss, which is the owner of the Lakers, to having her draft Bronny James. Mark my words, LeBron James is gonna have the Lakers draft Bronny James. Okay, which is sad because that means that Bronny James is gonna take a spot from somebody who I think really deserves it. I don't think Bronny James deserves the NBA spot right now. I just don't think so. I have nothing against the kid. I I don't know him. He looks like a cool, say cool person. But I just think personally, Bronny James is gonna it's gonna be too much stress for him because number one, he can't live up to his dad. No, I'm sorry to say, but chances are Bronny James is not gonna be as good as his dad. It's hard for anybody to be as good as LeBron James. Period. I mean, come on. The question is, can Bronny James have a decent NBA career? That's the question. I don't know. I've seen some of his highlights. I haven't seen a 1 full game from him. I've seen some of his highlights before. Um, you know, I think he's small guard. I think he's like 6'2" or something, but he's overall small. He's not a big frame guy. Okay. He can dunk. Okay, he can dunk. I don't think he's the best shooter in the world. I'm saying that to say, at the NBA level, if you're a small guard, especially, you have to excel in something. You have to excel in something. Okay, the NBA is full of big guys, so if you're a small guard coming in, you have to be great at something. That's why I say That's why I said Bronny James should focus on defense. Bronny James should be great on defense because I don't care who you are in the NBA. If you could play great defense and stop other guys from scoring, man, you have a nice career in the NBA. You can have a nice long career in the NBA. Believe it or not, Chad. Believe it or not, that's the secret. Plenty of guys had nice careers just playing defense. It's called a DN3 guy. A DN3 guy, defensive, and learn to shoot the 3-pointer. Bronny James should focus a lot on 3-point shots. Now, he's a point guard, so that means he wants to, distribute the ball. Can he be a point guard in the NBA? Yeah. If he becomes an elite passer and elite defender. Okay? Can he run an NBA offense? I don't know. Time will tell if he can run an NBA offense. Is he going to be able to handle the pressure of the media, of the fans? Imagine him going to different NBA cities and the fans basically heckling him, saying, "Hey, LeBron James' son, blah 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 blah." Does he have thick skin? Because in the NBA, you need to have thick skin, y'all. So anyway, my thing is this. The moral of the story is this: Bronny James should stay in college, stay at USC or another college. Well, I did hear that Bronny James' plans are to enter the draft to see if a team is gonna develop him as a player, or he might enter the portal also, college portal. So it's not 100% certain that he's gonna enter the draft, but he did say that he's gonna talk to some teams to see if it's gonna help develop him. I don't know what that means. I mean, I know what that means, but I don't know. I don't know, man. Now, somebody did say, I was watching the show, The Odd Couple with Chris Broussard and Rob Parker, and Rob Parker thinks Bronny James should come out to the NBA draft for sure because Rob Parker thinks that it'll be a big risk for Bronny to stay in college and have another bad year. Because of his cardiac arrest condition he had, it could be a built-in excuse why he plays so poorly this year. So Rob Parker thinks that he should definitely come out and go to the NBA draft because if Bronny stays in college and has like another bad year, then that could definitely be bad for him. But then again, LeBron James could pull some strings and have him drafted. Who are we kidding? Right? Bronny James could average 1 point a game in college, and LeBron James will have his son drafted by a team. All right. Let's say Bronny James gets drafted by Detroit, and let's say LeBron James goes to Detroit because just to play with his son. Okay. What happens when LeBron James retires? Whichever team gets Bronny James, are they gonna continue to keep him, or are they gonna cut him as soon as LeBron James retires? Come on, And psychologically and emotionally, what is that gonna do to Bronny James? right? That's something to think about, chat. I'm just throwing scenarios out there, all right? But like I said, I do wish the kid the best. I do think, I just don't think he's NBA material right now. I'm being honest. You know, I don't think he's NBA. I don't think he's NBA material right now. I just think he's is even not. I'm not gonna. Is he D1 college talent? Could be. Could be. You know, could be. It's hard to say. USC, his college wasn't that good this year, and plus he came off the bench. He averaged 4.8 points. Averaging 4.8 points in college is, you know, it's not good. Put it this way: averaging 4.8 points in college and expecting to go to the NBA usually don't go together. Okay. At least try to double digits. At least try to average double-digit points, like 12 points. If you can average 12 points in college, hey, you know, then maybe we can see. Okay, maybe he may have a chance in the NBA. Okay, but averaging 4.8 points, how is it gonna? I mean, the NBA defense is so weak these days. So maybe he can score in the NBA. Maybe he can. But I don't know. I kind of blame LeBron James, to be honest. LeBron James, one thing I don't like about him is that he tries to play us for suckers. LeBron James tries to play us for suckers. He thinks we're dummies, okay? He's been the main one pushing his son to go to the NBA, playing with his son, this and that. And then when the ESPN had a mock draft and said that Bronny James was not projected to be drafted, then LeBron James tweeted, "Oh, let the kid be a kid," and blah blah blah. I'm like, LeBron James, you was the main one pushing it, and he's the main one pushing it now. He's not gonna admit it. He says Bronny James is his own man on decision. No, LeBron James is pushing his son to go to the NBA draft. Let's be blunt about it, okay? He may not say it he may not verbally say it to his face, but I'm sure he hints at Bronny. Come on. LeBron James thinks we're suckers, all right? And I don't know. So my thing is, I've seen this before. I've seen something similar to this before, where LeVar Ball was talking a lot of trash, saying that his sons are better than NBA players and better than Steph Curry and whatever, you know. And Lonzo Ball, which I think can play basketball for sure, but remember, when Lonzo Ball, when he was a rookie, NBA players went at him hard, just to prove a point. Pat Beverly was playing defense full court on him, you know. NBA players went hard at Lonzo Ball, okay. Lonzo Ball, I think, is definitely NBA material. LaMelo Ball, some people love him. I'm not convinced yet about LaMelo Ball. I'm sorry. I just don't think Lamar Ball. I don't know. You know, I think Lamar Ball is more of a glitter than gold. You know, I think he's flashy. Does all these crazy passes, blah blah blah. Me personally, I don't know. I want to be nice here, but I don't think Lamar Ball is a good NBA player. I just don't think so. Jimmy Butler, my points, especially in college. Great point. But I'm curious to see how many points did he average his second year. I actually don't know. I don't know. Imagine asking. I have no idea. That's why I think Bronny James should stay at least one more year in college. That's why I think he should stay one more year in college and show us. Again, maybe in the NBA, Bronny James could be, an all-star. I don't know. I just don't see it right now. If he stays in college for another year and then maybe averages more than 10 points and at least 6-7 assists, hey, but again, once you go pro, man, you can't go back to college. So it's like, I don't want his career to be ruined by leaving too early. That's my point. I don't want Bronny James' career to be ruined if he leaves too early and then he gets cut by a team or cut by the NBA. And then what? You know, being LeBron James' son can only take you so far. And I don't want him labeled as, I don't want Bronny James labeled as LeBron James' son. I want Bronny James to have his own name. I want Bronny James to have his own name, his own career. And I think, and he should be drafted based on his skills, not his name. You know, because it's not gonna do him any good if a team gives him just to get him. All right, and NBA players, I'm telling you how NBA players are. They're gonna be mad at LeBron, mad at Bronny James. And if Bronny James goes to the NBA players are gonna play hard defense against Bronny James. They're gonna make Bronny James' life miserable in the NBA, at least for the first year, like they did Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball, NBA players went hard at him his rookie year, and to his credit, Lonzo Ball, adopted, and fixed his ugly shot too. Lonzo Ball had an ugly shot, but he fixed it. They played well. But I'm just talking. At the end of the day, I just want what's best for Bronny James. If Bronny wants to go to the NBA or enter the draft, hey man, do you, man, do you. But if you do it, Bronny James, if you do it because you want to, not because you have to. Okay, Bronny James, if you enter the draft, do it because you want to. Don't feel pressure to do it. All right, don't feel pressured by your father to do it. Just don't. All right, and my message to LeBron James is, man, stop playing dumb, LeBron James. Okay, stop. It's not good to force a kid to do something. Period. I'm not saying LeBron James is forcing him like that. I guess I am saying that. I don't know. Now, LeBron James' youngest son, yes, overseas might work. Yes, overseas might work. I think that's a good, yeah, I think so. You know what? I never thought about that, actually. Actually, that's a good point. Play overseas. He should be able to score more over there for sure. Someone said the G League, but the G League. Someone said Bronny James should play in the G League. I mean, that might work also. But those guys in the G League plays hard. So I don't know if he could succeed in the G League, because those guys are gonna go hard at him also. So I think overseas is a good idea, because that way, if he plays overseas, the team he plays for is gonna get a whole bunch of more media attention, which is good for the team, and that way Bronny James can play more. That's that's a very good point. Very good point, actually. Certified, Eli. That's a very good point. He should definitely play for to play overseas. Yes. Good point, actually. Okay, I buy that. I buy that. That way the pressure will be less. It'll be less pressure. He can go. Cause remember Lonzo. Lamar Ball did that. Played in Lithuania. Go overseas, ball out. You're playing against professional guys, which is a good thing. You should be able to score more over there, have more assists. Yeah. And then that way, at least you have played for a pro team. Now you can enter the draft with professional experience, and then that way it make more sense. Okay, you know what? Okay, he played professionally, and he averaged 12 points. Okay, boom. So yes, certified Eli. That's a very good point. I agree with that. But knowing his father, I mean, I don't know his father, but LeBron James probably won't like that idea. LeBron James won't like that idea. Nah, LeBron James at the least is gonna try to get him to play for the G League. Can he play for the G League? I don't know. I really don't know if he could play for the G League. I mean, he could play for the G League for sure. But G League got some ballers now. G League got some ballers. One thing about the G League is that all those guys are trying to make it to the NBA. So they're gonna play hard. They're gonna play hard. And the G League is not gonna let somebody come in just to show off. That's one thing about the G League. I'm gonna tell you a secret about NBA players, about basketball players, some basketball players. Believe it or not, y'all, back in 2001, I tried out for a professional basketball team. Yes, I did. When I tell you the amount of, there's some haters. There's some haters. Put it this way. You would think people who try to make it to a professional team, you would think everyone would get along. At the tryouts, at the shoot rounds, I tried out for a professional league. I was trying out, saying, I had a pretty good jump shot, As all of us shooting around, I was making my shot. Some guy who I don't even know, who's like 6'6", 6'7", just started hating on me. Just started saying, they ain't gonna pick you, they ain't gonna pick you. I'm like, bro, you don't even know me. People don't know that. Not everybody has each other back on the team. Not one time I was playing in the basketball league one time. True story, y'all. True story. I was playing in the basketball league. Again, I was a very good, shooter, very good 3-point shooter. So I got fouled, right? I got fouled. I go to the free throw line. My own teammate, as I'm shooting the free throw, my own teammate is talking trash to me at the foul line. I'm about to shoot, and he goes, "Oh, you're showing off because your girlfriend here." I'm like, what the? So I said that to say, there's some dirty guys. Some basketball players are dirty players, man, meaning that are just haters. Straight up. I said that to say, a lot of guys are gonna hate on Bronny James, period. That's my point, Yes, so I got hated on, believe it or not. It's crazy, but anyway, so I wish Bronny James the best. I think he's a good kid. I don't know him personally, but he's like a good guy. Bronny James looks like he just wants to ball. He's not flashy. He's not trying to, show off. I think Bronny James just want to ball, okay? And going overseas is a great idea. So his options are, well, he has 4 options, obviously. Stay in college, go overseas, enter the draft, or enter the draft and play in the G League first. Which, again, chat, think about this, chat. Think about this. Maybe he enters the draft, quote unquote, right? He enters the draft, but then doesn't get picked up, but then Lakers pick him up. Lakers can pick him up and then put him in the G League. Think about that for a while too, chat. That's actually possible. So I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. But at the end of the day, Bronny James is an adult. He's making money in college. By the way, he's making millions of dollars with the NIL deals. So it's not for the money. He has money. Bronny James has his own money. So let's get that clear too. Bronny James has his own money, chat. So it's not like he's doing it for the money. Meaning that it's not like he's needs the $1 million to He in my opinion, he's doing it because his father is putting pressure on him. Inadvertently or advertently. Indirectly or directly, LeBron James is putting pressure on his son to enter the NBA draft. And I think it's a big mistake. But it's just my opinion. I'm just one person. But ESPN, everyone's talking about it because it's big news. So mind you, I'm gonna say it again. If he does not get drafted, the LeBron James is gonna make the Lakers pick him up as a free agent, basically, and put him in the G League. Okay, in the G League, I don't know if you know this too. As a player in the G League, any team can pick you up. Any team can pick you up. Okay, so this is what I think is gonna happen. Bronny James is not gonna get drafted. Lakers gonna pick him up as a free agent, go to the G League, and then if a Lakers player gets hurt, God forbid, then LeBron James is gonna make the Lakers have Bronny James play for the Lakers. actual games. That's why I think it's gonna happen. That's why I think it's really gonna happen, chat. So watch, mark my words. Mark my words. I said that. And you're gonna be like, wow, Fitz was right. So anyway, it is what it is. I wish him the best. I just don't think he's ready. I just don't think he's ready for the NBA. But again, who am I? Compared to Bronny James, to Bronny James, I mean, who am I? I'm just somebody on YouTube talking about Bronny James. But I try to be respectful because, I don't dislike him. I don't hate. I actually like Bronny James. I don't know him personally, but he, now his brother, LeBron James' youngest son, now he got some skills. I want to see him play with Wemby. Oh man, now Wemby, that's a phenom right there, boy. Wembayama. Oh my gosh, that'd be, yeah. Hey, why not? You know what I mean? I think what, Coach Pop can definitely develop Bronny James. Actually, you're right. Coach Pop can definitely develop Bronny James to be a very good player in the NBA. That's a very good point, actually, too. I really think so. I really think LeBron James. Yeah. So him and Wemby, that'd be interesting matchup. That'd be interesting connection. That might work also. And we all know Coach Pop, he's gonna control his minutes for sure, boy. Coach Pop is gonna control Bronny James' minutes, meaning that he ain't gonna play a lot of minutes because Coach Pop don't play that. So that might work actually. That actually might work. Play for the Spurs, play with Wemby, and then Coach Pop can develop him the right way. But anyway, that's my little 2 cents. Everybody, thank you for watching. Check me out next time, okay? And podcast coming soon, all right? Thank you. Appreciate y'all.